Oh, goddamn. All right. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Here's and it's Sunday. And what do we do on Sunday? Make it a fun day. That's right, kids. Everything's brought to you by Powerade. Thank you. No, it's not. I have no sponsors. Well, I guess we should get right into it. Hey, heroes, I'm Cody, and this is Comics Down. I'm the blue-collar nerd from Talking Comics, so let's talk some comics. Today, we have this big stack of comic books that I acquired from one of my good buddies, Eric. Shout out to my friend Eric. Also have this little, I missed a couple books on New Comic Book Day, and I had a few books come in, so my LCS called me up. Hey, it said, hey, you need to come over here and get this right now. And I was like, alright, I will. Alright. First up, I was kind of, I looked it over on New Comic Book Day, and I was like, maybe, I don't know. But I looked inside, the art's really cool. And this is Dark Horse Comics Blackwood #1. So this is the beginning of the series, and this was the cooler of the two covers that they had at the Multiverse in Hearst over here. Shout out to the Multiverse. Harvey, you're the man. Next up, we have Punisher 225. And it's a Clayton Crane cover, but it is not anywhere near my favorite Crane cover. The Spider-Man is really cool. Spider-Man's really cool. The Punisher is really cool. But what is up with fucking Kara Danvers, Carl Manverse's face here? And what's up with Sam Wilson's face? I don't know. They look awkward. She looks like she's trying to take a shit. That's all I'm saying. And he's missing his legs. Looks like he's missing his legs. War Machine. I never noticed that before. But like I said, I read it. It's a really good book. I'm going to do a more in-depth review. Also read that Blackwood book too. And it was interesting. It's like Harry Potter meets the millennials. Fucking millennials, right? They're a thing, right? Okay. Yada yada. Let's move along. Next up, we have the second printing of Amazing Spider-Man 799. And ain't that a cool cover? I just thought that was really cool. They said that I guess I ordered this back before it came out. And yeah, I guess they forgot to, yeah. And, well, they ordered it with a couple other books that I'd actually did want. But I kind of felt bad for them, so I was like, alright guys, normally I wouldn't do this, but I went ahead and got it. Doesn't it look like he's like presenting him? It's very creepy. It's a very creepy cover, ain't it? I mean, yeah. Okay, just gonna move a little along there. The Family Business. Ugh. And next up, I know these are a little bit old. We have the Terrifics #3. See, my LCS, they haven't been getting all the new Terrifics, so I had to back order these. I was like, God damn. It's like, what's up with that, Harvey? Harvey, step your game up, bro. Step your game up. Other than that, you're a cool dude. You got a good beard. Just saying. It's a righteous beard. But the Terrifics, it's like one of the best fucking stories, out of all the Age of Heroes books, this is one of the best. But oh yeah, you got Terrifics #3 and Terrifics #4. And it's very good. I'm gonna continue with the series. Like, it's very fun, quirky, they're stuck together, You know, you got four people that don't want to be together, but they're stuck together, or everything's gonna blow up. You know, it makes for interesting team building, right? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Next up, I guess we'll move on to this big honking stack of yeesh. Okay, first off, we're gonna take a sultry trip back to 1999 or 90. I think 90 was better. As a kid from the 90s, the 90s were better. A lot better than the shit nowadays. Ugh. Okay, first up we got Gen 13, number 0. And this is from Wildstorm. It's Chris Claremont and Al Garza story. The only reason I picked it up, I thought maybe, and this is a Jim Lee cover. And it's in an art style, you know, it's kind of a different art style than Jim Lee than he normally does. Normally he does like super clean, crisp. But I mean, this is really like, you can tell like he's like, I'm gonna go a little more artistic with this one. I'm gonna put some letters in there. I'm gonna make them a little bit blurry. But don't worry, the hot chicks are in there. Next up, we have some more Jim Lee goodness. Bam. What do we got here? Wildcats. Covert Action Team. And this is the first appearance of the Wildcats. Of Zealot and everybody. You got Zealot, Voodoo, Grifter, Madrock, Warblade, and god damn it, I can't think of the main dude's name right now, and it's killing me, so I'm gonna open it just to look. I hate it when I have brain farts. Ugh. So crisp! So crisp! What? And then the main guy, the guy's not there. Where is it? I love the midget in this book. The little midget. Is it mean to call them midgets nowadays? Little people? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna call you a little person. I'm gonna call you a fucking midget. I might be insensitive, but I'm from Texas, so I just don't give a shit. What's his name? If you guys know that character's name, this guy right here, let me know about it in the comments. I can't remember his name. I know I read it the other day. Oh, it's Spartan. Fuck. There's a big card in the middle. You know what? When I showed my wife this cover, she was like, "Who's this right here?" And I couldn't think of that girl's name either. And I was like, I know she's like a mystical character. I was like, I said something stupid, and like I opened the middle, I opened this up, and it goes straight to these cards in the middle. I was like, oh, her name's Voodoo. Go fucking figure. And then the next person that I forgot who he was Spartan. So, thank you, Image, for putting them cards in there, because you guys read my mind because you knew that I wouldn't know who those two people were. Thank you. I have so many characters bouncing around up here 24/7. It's hard to keep a fucking track of them, right? Next up, we have some more Jim Lee gold. Oh, I know. It almost blinded me too. Wildcats Covert Action Teams, number 2. And this is the first appearance of Wetworks. Go figure, right? You know Wetworks. That other really cool Image comics. You know the reason I read the Wildcats is for Zealot. I love Zealot. I think she personifies 90s hot chick comic book characters. Here's another one. This is some LIFO gold. You see that? Man, I was going through long box all day today. dude, my boy Eric has probably one of the most prolific comic book collections. It used to be his dad's, and so we were trying to organize it and shit today, and I was just going through long boxes, putting things that I like aside, and trying to get organized DC, Valiant, blah blah blah, and I mean there were companies in there I'd never even heard of. I mean, it's very prolific, very prolific. But yeah, and I found this. I was like, I'd never seen it before. I was like, Riptide? Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, fuck me, bro. I was like, dude, we probably stared at this for fucking 30 minutes. And I mean, it's good. No, it's not. I mean, it's good enough. I mean, it was good enough for print, man. And she's a nice wall lady there. Next up, I'm gonna take this one out of the bag because this was bought at a comic book store, and it said not sold to anyone under 16 years old. Like, isn't that awesome? But it's Angelica and Glory. Oh, glory be glory. Oh, glory, glory, glory. And that's, this is the number one. Some more Liefeld ladies. Man, if I was Liefeld, that's what I'd start. Liefeld's Ladies of the Month. And here's Wildcats Trilogy. And and this is number 2, and I got that because it's got old Zealot on the front of it. And don't think I got a big pile of 90s shit here either. I don't. But I got mainly, a lot of filler things, some interesting things. What do we got here? Dreadstar and Company, number 3. Dreadstar and Company, number 4. ElfQuest. You guys remember ElfQuest? Oh my god. Shout out to me some ElfQuest. These are some horny little elves, man. I remember reading one book, and it was like a little elf orgy. And I mean, they were all like fucking, and just like, it was very, I was like, geesh. It's like, really? They just, like, they just all fuck each other. That's what elves do. It's like getting like a little, you ever see snakes have sex? That's how elves have sex. Just saying. Next up, we have, and this is from Epic Comics, Dreadstar. 7 and 6. I like the pictures on the backs of these. They're cool looking. I like the really clean style of art. I don't even know what that says. Aldo Gori. I don't know. Looks like a wizard of some sort. And from Quality Comics, Judge Dredd, number 2. I am the law. I am the law. Man, I'm going to tell you what. As far as comic book movies go, that Judge Dredd, that was like kind of based on like, what is it? That Japanese movie, The Tower? Or fucking, where, I don't know. Basically, they go in there and it's like, they got to fight everybody from floor to floor. It's very crazy. Is it The Tower? I don't know. If I said that wrong, I'll tell you in the next video. I'll correct myself. Because I'm not an asshole that just thinks he knows everything. I know I'm an asshole that doesn't know shit. But I know enough to get by. X-Men number 1. I'm gonna retire. I don't know. I mean, this was my X-Men. As a kid, these were my X-Men. I love Claremont. Chris Claremont's run and everything. Sorry. But I'm pretty sure this is Claremont too. What am I saying? Stanley, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. Yeah, this is Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. But I mean, like the early, Volume 1 X-Men, I love that. I'm actually putting together a run of that Uncanny X-Men. But just look at the art of that. Like, how well, personifies beauty and, perfection and, I don't know. I think that, the body positivity and the SJWs and shit, you don't see things like this anymore. You don't see this. Except for, artists like Adam Hughes and Frank Cho and a few other guys, These are all Andy Kubert covers. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, yeah, it's a vicious scene, and I guess feminists would be like, "Oh, he's assaulting that woman, and she's being refrigerated. She's gonna be refrigerated." Nah, Jean Grey, she won't ever be fridged. I don't know. The new Jean Grey, I think they should fridge that bitch. But that Jean, that's the Jean of my dreams. You can't refrigerate the early 90s. She's too hot. Too hot. Alright, guys. Let's move on. Sorry. X-Men 29. That other one was 28. Sorry. 29. And we have X-Men number 30. The wedding issue. And it has this badass wraparound cover. It has all the X-Men there, and they're all in their Sunday's best. It's very touching. Very touching. She made a beautiful bride, right? Alright. I have an Uncanny 274. And I've always loved this cover. It's a Jim Lee cover. It's got Savage Land Rogue on it. You got Kazar sitting here like a fucking boss. You got fucking Fury sitting here. My Fury. And I mean, I know there's a whole generation that grew up with Nick Fury being a black guy, but my generation, we grew up with Nick Fury as a white dude. And, I mean, this is the man on the wall. People don't even realize it. This man protects, okay, yeah, there's all those superhero situations, but those are just the situations that he allows to get by. He stops even bigger situations than they have to deal with. So, wrap your mind around that shit, right? Alright. So, first appearance of Omega, the Unknown, number 1. Number 7. Omega number 7. Omega number 8, and I'm pretty sure this is the second appearance of Nitro. Right here. He's back. Nitro. The Exploding Man. Comics presents Superman and Power Girl. This is number 56. Very cool cover. Very, very tragic. Kind of an homage to the death of Supergirl. The end of Crisis. Or Crisis on Infinite Earths. Alright, we got Superman and Clark Kent teaming up here. How's that work, right? So, I guess you could say this is the true first appearance of the two different Supermen, how like in the new storyline in DC Rebirth, they were like, oh, who's this Clark Kent that's running around? And then you got Superman, the Superman from the original Superman who'd come back, and then apparently they ended up merging. I don't know. I guess. Next up we have Super Friends. And this is number 5. I know, these are silly books, but I love Super Friends. I grew up on Super Friends. Well, this is just nostalgic to me, you know. Alright, let's get into some more serious things. We have Iron Man, number 126. And I love this cover to death, man. He's just like, grr. And this is the first appearance of Hammer. And this is another cover I loved. Freaking badass. 47. The Birth of Power. The Birth of the and basically that's like a retelling of his origin story issue. And you guys know I've been on a patriotic kick lately, on getting like books that have like the American flag and state flags and shit like that on them. And this is the Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., number 13. And I've always liked this cover a lot. And I saw it there today, so I snagged it up. Like I said, he's got everything. He could really start his own little comic book shop. I mean, he's got that many back issues of everything, and I mean, I was just helping him organize all that stuff. And next up, we have Shadow number 1, and this is the first appearance of the Shadow. Very cool, very cool. All right. And I know there was all that hubbub earlier in the week about the new West Coast Avengers coming out. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's a team full of cucks and mental illness haircuts and fucking everything that's wrong with Marvel. It's like personified in that one book. Well, that and Champions. We have West Coast Avengers number 1 here. This is my West Coast Avengers. Tigra, Mockingbird, Wonder Man, Silver Centurion, and Hawkeye and his freaking chainmail and shit. Ugh, it's fucking badass, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first appearance of Master Pandemonium. And West Coast Avengers number 46. I just got this because, man, they tried to freaking relaunch Great Lake Avengers, and this is the first appearance of Great Lake Avengers and Mr. Immortal. And you know, I always looked at Mr. Immortal and I was like, I never really got what his uniform was like. I always thought that like this square was like a square 0, so Mr. Zero, I'd always call him that. But he got Big Bertha. I mean, this was the original SJW fuck up squad. I mean, this was back in the freaking 90s. But I mean, yeah, I guess the point can be made that that's when it started. But I don't know. I mean, what was sad that they tried to relaunch it and basically use this exact same cover with they like covers, and I mean it looks almost identical. I got it in the house, so, in the boxes, in the long boxes. Okay, what do we got here? Giant size special, Captain Marvel, and she's so beautiful. She's a sassy sister. Captain Marvel number 1. From out the pages of the Avengers, a supersonic sensation reborn. And this is when the mantle was passed on to, man, I can't remember her name. I don't know, I'd have to read it all the way through, but I can't remember her name, like her secret identity or whatnot, but I don't know, I saw that and I was like, man, I was like, let me get that. I'm gonna review this, you know. I'm actually gonna review both these you know, and compare them to some of the tripe that's being put out nowadays. Okay. Check that out. First appearance of Nitro. Decent copy. Captain Marvel, number 34. What else we have here? Miss Marvel, number 8. And Miss Marvel, number 9. And that's the first appearance of Deathbird. So, 2 more off my list of my Miss Marvel run. So that's cool. And what do we got here? Spider-Man Unlimited, number 1. And this is the Maximum Carnage number 1 book. It's like they started Spider-Man Unlimited just to do the Maximum Carnage thing, I guess. I don't know, just to be able to sell more books or something. Okay, what do we got here? This is a what if book. What if someone else besides Spider-Man had been bitten by a radioactive spider? So this is basically Silk's storyline, or the original Sin storyline, but this is where they got the idea from for the original Sin. And it has Spider-Girl, first appearance of Spider-Girl, or this is the Betty Brant Spider-Girl. And then look right here, Flash Thompson with spider powers. Tell me they didn't fucking pull from this. So, you know, because eventually, you know, he becomes Agent Venom. You know, so he eventually gets spider powers and everything. But that is What If number 7. Alright, we got a couple of Marvel team-ups here. Got first appearance of Captain Britain, first appearance of Arcade. Captain Britain. I mean, I saw it, I was like, whatever. And that's 65 and 66. Arcade's fucking them up. I never really got Arcade. I really wasn't the biggest fan of Arcade, but I guess it is what it is, yo. Alright, what do we got here? This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 120. And I just threw this in there just because it's a black suit Spider-Man book, and I mean, I just love all that stuff. So, black suit Spider-Man's the best, just saying. And Spider-Man 800, 2 thumbs up. Only thing that is not 2 thumbs up about the Spider-Man, I mean, it's probably one of the greatest Dan Slott stories that's been put out in a very long time. But the fact that they use such shitty cardstock comic book material that I went up to the multiverse, every one of the books, I mean, and it could be from Diamond or it could have been from Marvel's End, but every one of the books, I mean, every variant, every book, the bottom end of the book is blown out, right on top and on bottom, like it'd been shaken and blown out the corners. Okay, and then you expect people to pay $10 for it, and people still did. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I got 2 more of them sitting up in my pool box right now, 2 different variants. But you know, and then I got my, you know, the regular cover, the Alex Ross cover. But even my Alex Ross was blown out on the bottom end. Not that badly. I mean, I got the best one I could get. But, I mean, you're paying $10 for a fucking book. That shit should be fucking crisp. Christmas. Crisp Christmas, motherfucker. Jesus. But, that leads me to my next book. Wonder Man number 1. And like, a lot of this stuff, just me fucking around. Just stuff I like, you know, stuff that used to be in my first comic book collection, you know, when I was a little kid, you know, I used to have basically all this shit at one point. Like, there are a few, like, the Shadow and stuff I didn't have when I was a kid, but Wonder Man, definitely I did. The poster's inside, it's intact. Such a badass book. I don't know why they don't use Wonder Man that much anymore. Next up, we have Excalibur number 1. I just got this. I don't know. I had a wild hair today, so I just threw it in there. That's the first appearance of a character, I think. Widget? Is it Widget? I think it's Widget. I got this for my wife. The Sensational She-Hulk #1. Awesome, right? Where's this She-Hulk at? Marvel. Dude, where is this one at? You got this bitch, like, tied up and gagged in the back room or something? And you got that she-male Hulk. That she-male Hulk, you know, that man in a wig out there on, you know, that's just Bruce Banner transitioning, basically. I don't understand. Alright, I got some filler issues for my Avengers. Okay. Avengers 194. Very cool. The interlude. You got Jocasta saying, "Vision, help me! Vision! These machines attack me, pass through me, but I feel no pain, no emotion, because I am not human." Okay. We have Avengers 195, and this is a cameo, the first cameo appearance of Taskmaster. I think he's on the last page, ain't he? Yeah, there he is. Tasky. We got some Tasky action right there. Damn. And you're probably thinking, you're gonna get pissed off, but 197. You're probably thinking, well, hell, Cody, where's 196? Where's the Taskmaster issue? Well, I'd already bought the Taskmaster issue from him a while back, so it's already in my run. But 197, the Avengers. Next up, we have 198, and I think this is the first appearance of Red Ronin of Shogun Warriors, right? Something like that. Red Ronin on the Rampage in New York. I got this because it's kind of an iconic cover. It's supersized to annual. Number 17, The Avengers, The Evolutionary War. Bam. One down. ComicsDown, yo. I don't even know, man. I'm just fucking around tonight. Got a lot of stuff. I know this is going to be a long-ass video. We have King Size Annual number 7, The Avengers. Got Thanos there. And this is the death of Adam Warlock issue. Pretty. Next up, we have Incredible Hulk. Or no, this is King Size Annual Incredible Hulk number 6. And this is the first appearance of her. Not him, but her. Alright. And then I got some 2001 Space Odyssey, and this is number 8, and that's the first appearance of Machine Man. So I got 8. Oh shit. I should have started with this one. I have 7. And then I got 8. These motherfuckers, wait. Then they put the 9 on the back there. 9. 10. And let's get the Machine Man head on there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Mr. Machine. Next up, we have another little series. Logan's Run, number 1. Like I said, my boy Eric has got tons of Major Keys also, which we're in negotiations over, and basically today I got a bunch of minor keys and just filler shit. You know, things that just make me laugh, make me, you know, smile kind of stuff. I mean, that's what comic booking is supposed to be about. You're supposed to just be like, hey, that shit's awesome. You know, it's supposed to put you back in a fucking happy mood and shit. Logan's Run #1. The thing, it kind of ticked me off that Logan, it goes, Logan's 1, 3, so it is missing #2 and 6. And god damn it, 6 is one of the major keys of this in the Logan's Run, because it's the first standalone Thanos story. Okay. A while back, my boy Eric got fucking taken advantage of, kind of. Like, he had some guys, some comic bookers, you know, some pickers come through, and basically they ripped him off, like, for stealing comics from him and shit, and fucking. You know, they came on a day that he was at work and stuff, came in the middle of the day, and like, you know, I don't know, they really, you know, took advantage of him, alright, you know, him and his wife, but, you know, they're really sweet people. You know, Eric's one of my good friends now, and like I said, there's still tons of great books there, and, you know, and he's one of my really good comic book resources and stuff. You know, I got a lot of spots I go to, but, you know, I prefer to go there because I know my money's going to a good, you know, going to a good family and stuff, and it's not going to some corporation. All right. Next up, we have Logan's Run #4. All right. I like this cover. #5, and he's like gonna stab Logan with the American flag. Oh God. Mr. Logan. And we have #7, and I can't remember how many books are actually in this store. You know, I'm filming on my phone, or I'd look it up. My laptop's over there turned off, so I guess I don't know. I don't want to roll off screen, but that's what we got today. And I mean, it was fun, right, dude? I probably went through no telling how many thousands of comics today. You know, and I got this little, you know, variety bag here. You know, and I was like, it was a good day. I had a lot of fun. Cut up, talk about comics. You know, that's what this community is about. You know, about finding people that have the same interests as you. You know, as far as, you know, literature, art. You know, and, you know, making a good time of it. You know, you both, you know, commiserating about great stories and, you know, story arcs, and, you know, just one, you know, and just all the nut craziness that, you know, the industry's doing, and then, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I love this industry. You know, I love this community. You know, shout out to all my ComicsGate guys out there. You know, and I'm sorry if you guys get, you know, if some of you people get offended that I'm a ComicsGator. But I consider myself a ComicsGator. I'm not like in the fucking no fold, but, you know, I'm up. You know, I talk every day on there on with the ComicsGators and stuff. You know, and I consider them. I don't know. I have fun with it. You know, I shit post people, but I'm not gonna be mean about it. You know, yeah. I'm not a vindictive person, but a lot of SJWs are. So they take what we say, you know, which are just friendly you know, like jabs here and there for them just because they're saying something stupid, as us being, you know, aggressive and, like, you know, like we're the bullies and shit. But hell, they go above and beyond to destroy people's lives 24/7. We're just trying, you know, we're joking around where they're trying to fucking actually alter people's lives and livelihoods and shit. It's because they're nut jobs. I'm just saying. It's what communism does to people. It rots their brains. But, you know, that's why I'm a proud capitalist. And if you're one too, you'll also enjoy Powerade. Powerade, hit me up, yo. I could use like a pallet of this blue stuff. I don't even call it like blue drink. I mean, that's not your classic blue drink. Like, that's just blue stuff. Alright, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Cody. This is ComicsDown. Like, comment, or what is it? Sub. Damn, I fucked myself up, yo. Alright. I'll start over again. Comment, sub, comment, like, and bell. Sorry, there we go. I gotta think of it faster, I just won't fuck it up. But yeah. And I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll try to do the outro better next time. Ooh. I'm hoping by next time I'll have like a little, just a screen where I don't have to say shit. Can I just not say shit in the first place? Like all artistic like? I don't know. Like a silent film? Next time I get 100 likes, I'll be in my makeup.